All right, guys, what is going on? How y'all doing today? This is the Club of the Man 1993, and I'm coming at you live for my live review of NXT UK from the June 2019 edition of NXT UK that took place. That took place today, June 19th episode, at the Download Festival at Donington Park in Northwest Leicestershire, England. I'll probably hear it again on another episode in another week. But it took place in some different place. We're not in Scotland anymore, so I'm sure the next 6 weeks or so we're probably going to be here. Probably leading up to most of the way till Takeover Cardiff, which I have to put that in the tag, so I'll do that after the stream ends. Overall, not a bad episode. I mean, again, just had some matches, continuing on some storylines. Well, obviously, it's a little bit, not as much with some, an in-ring promo. And to my surprise, despite the fact that there wasn't a lot of women, and of course, I really like that women's battle royale in the main event for the number one contendership for the UK women's title. Really like this, especially with the stories it told. And, of course, the near moment it gave that great babyface momentum for Xia Brookside as well. Got to really put that over when I get there. But let's talk about the show. We open up with a match between Cassius Ohno and Kenny Williams. Continue the storyline of how apparently Cassius Ohno thinks that he knows, the style of wrestling much more than everyone else. It's kind of a story now, not so much, not broken toy, he likes to, destroy shiny new toys, but this is more so him to say he knows how to do, the British style of wrestling better and whatnot. He thinks he knows it better than the others. And I kind of played it here when he's facing off against Kenny Williams, and Cassius Ohno gets a victory yet again. So don't know if this is Cassius Ohno being built to eventually get a UK title shot or whatnot. I mean, he probably facing a heel Walter if that would be the case. But again, at some point, Cassius Ohno's got to be fighting for some type of championship material. The man deserves. Again, he's only had one title match since coming back at all to WWE at all. It was when he had a couple weeks before after he returned, he had a match on live NXT TV against Bobby Roode for the NXT Championship. But so yeah, I just don't get why he keeps getting these wins and he's not getting anything out of it. So it's a good match with Kenny Williams. The last start Kenny Williams, though, of course, right now Kenny Williams is on a singles run because Amir Jordan is hurt. Don't remember with what, but he hasn't been seen since the week before. He had his he was the week before before he had the tag title match. Him and Kenny Williams had a tag match against the Grizzled Young Veterans. But we had that. But as Owen was celebrating up the ramp, out came Imperium. Now, a four-man stable because Alexander Wolf, formerly of Sanity, joined them last week in the main event with the three members of Imperium taking on the three members of British Strong Style. Marcel Barthel goes to talk, but they were booed like crazy. He said, after apparently you people think we are here to entertain, but we're not. We stand on the mat that is so sacred to restore the honor of our sport. And, of course, we get a We Want Wrestling chance. And Fabian Eichner says he saw last week, our numbers have increased. Our union is now complete. You will respect our values. NXT UK will obey. People appreciate for Pete Dunne. Alexander Wolf says, when I saw the opportunity to join Imperium, I had no doubt at all it felt right to join. It felt right because this unit treats professional wrestling with respect. NXT UK, this brand is not a playground, and we will protect the legacy of this sport. And of course, people start chanting Sandy, and him, of course, used to be Sandy, which I think you say about the stable. The thing that just bothers me about the stable is two things. Again, one, does Walter really need a stable? And two, it's really just overpowering Gallus now because Gallus was the top heel stable before them. And also, why does it need to have a fourth member now? I mean, again, it has some good names in there that I definitely, can get behind. But again, I just still trying to understand the point behind this and where they're going with this. But Walter says, calls out Travis Banks saying, you may have a UK title opportunity, but things will be done the way they want it. And because of this, Johnny Saint has made their title match for next week. And they've already chased Pete Dunne away. So Travis Banks, if you're a brave enough young man, in reality, you're a fool if you think you stand a chance against Walter. We are Imperium, and this mat is sacred. But then Travis Banks came out and told Walter that he had no problem facing him next week and promises that Walter had to bring everything he's got. So we get that match next week. Sounds good to me. Noam Dar was being backstage, being outside in the dressing area because they were at a festival. Dar was asked about his behavior, but until he spots Kenny Williams after his match, and tries to offer to take him under his wings. I guess we're going to have, even though they teamed up a few weeks ago, we're going to have a little match between these two eventually with Kenny Williams and Kenny Williams and Noam Dar. We then have a tag match with Gallus, Markov, Wolfgang taking on The Hunt. Obviously, the Hunt's Wild Boar and Primate. Obviously, since, in my opinion, I feel like Wild Boar has been a little bit more intriguing of a tag team. This is kind of them, getting like a rub through a loss against Gallus, as I thought they put on a strong showing. Definitely pushed Gallus to the limit at times, but they came up short and Gallus won. Afterwards, though, Joe Coffey joins in to make it a 3-on-2 beating. They're beating down on Wild Boar mostly. But then Dave Mastiff came out and he made his way and it scares off Gallus. So I guess they're maybe teasing and maybe for NXT TakeOver Cardiff, a feud for Dave Mastiff and Joe Coffey. I know it's still about over 2 months away from NXT TakeOver Cardiff. But, it could be a nice match at the card. Dave Mastiff and Joe Coffey, probably a good way to put over Mastiff for sure. Since, of course, he beat Eddie Dennis at the last TakeOver Cardiff. Once again, where the hell is Eddie? But so I'd be able to get behind a Joe Coffey and a Dave Mastiff feud. We have Mustache Mountain being interviewed backstage. They're informed that they will face the Grizzled Young Guns for the UK tag titles in 2 weeks. They didn't talk about having their hands full with Imperium, but Trent Seven vowed that the title match would be their primary focus. Or would it be? What the way to see. And then we had this battle royal for the number one contendership for the NXT UK Women's Championship. People in the match, from what I can see here, were Xia Brookside, Ginny, Jazzy Gabbert, Kaylee Ray, Isla Dawn, Candy Floss, Piper Nevin, Killer Kelly, Nina Samuels, Rhea Ripley, and Kanji, which I thought at first with Casey Owens was in the match. I guess she was not. Again, I really liked it. It was a small battle royal. I thought it was very well done, telling stories very well. And, of course, even though she didn't win, to me, the star of this match was Xia Brookside. So, the first person who was eliminated, Killer Kelly tried to eliminate Piper Nevin at the beginning, and then Gabbert eliminated Rio and Kanji very quickly, and then focused on Candy Floss, hitting her with the Dominator, but then Jenny, of course, is just using Jazzy Gabbert to, be able to, take her spotlight, stops Gabbert from eliminating Candy Floss and throws her out herself. And then Kaylee Ray looked like she was eliminated, but she was thrown through the ropes, so she was technically not eliminated. Nevin then would pick up Jazzy Gabbert, hit a fireman's carry, put her on the apron. Nevin hit a headbutt, but Gabbert held on. And then, of all people, getting their comeuppance, of course, on Gabbert for the recent, issues with her and Ginny. Xia Brookside kind of like a baseball slide and whatnot, and takes out Gabbert's legs, and she eliminates Jazzy Gabbert. Of course, that's where, Ginny realizes, oh, crap, I'm screwed. I don't know what to do here. And, Piper Nevin, Isla Dawn, and Xia Brookside took turns at taking out Ginny. It led to Dawn Brookside throwing Ginny over the top rope, but Jazzy catches her and carries her to the back of the apron on the underside. But then a few minutes later, Xia Brookside would then eliminate Ginny, getting her comeuppance on those two. At this point, people remaining in this match were Killer Kelly, Xia Brookside, Piper Nevin, Nina Samuels, Rhea Ripley, and Isla Dawn. Killer Kelly and Rhea Ripley got into it, and then Ripley eliminated Kelly. But then Nevin tried to throw out Nina Samuels, but she managed to hold on to the ropes. And then Piper Nevin first Rhea Ripley eliminated Isla Dawn, and then Nevin tossed out Nina Samuels. And finally, we got a sequence with Rhea Ripley and Piper Nevin. Xia Brookside was still hanging on as well. And then they were on the apron when Rhea Ripley and Piper Nevin were on the apron. When Xia Brookside, of course, she's had some history with Rhea Ripley, did a running drop kick on Rhea Ripley and eliminated Rhea. But as Rhea was falling, Rhea grabbed Piper Niven's hair and pulled her out as well, eliminating her, obviously to tease that match happening sometime soon. And of course, one of those moments where it's like, oh yeah, Xia Brookside won. It was just a great moment for her. We thought she got her comeuppance on like everyone who had bullied her, from Ginny to Jazzy Gabbert to Rhea Ripley, and it looked like she's won the match. But then nope, not quite yet, because once again, Kaylee Ray was technically never eliminated because she got thrown through the ropes, not over the ropes, through the ropes. She would then take out Xia Brookside, eliminate her, and as I expected, Kaylee Ray is now your number one contender for the NXT UK Women's Championship. Don't know when the match is going to take place. Maybe they'll wait till NXT TakeOver Cardiff, but it's happening. Well, and Kaylee Ray, of course, is definitely one of the newer faces recently, but she's definitely picked up some momentum. Maybe a little bit more, of course, to build up from the, feel a little more important before she faces Toni Storm. But a great battle royal, especially, again, the star of this match for sure was Xia Brookside. And I really liked, the babyface performance they gave her in this match. What's up, Fira Aslan? If that's how you pronounce your name, if I mispronounced, I apologize. Watch NXT today. I definitely will be watching NXT. It comes on in 15 minutes. But that is going to be it for my NXT UK live review. Give it a B. Most of the stuff was all right for what it was, but that battle royal I thought was just simple, straight to the point, excellent storytelling, and I enjoyed it. So I'll give it a B for NXT UK. Leave your thoughts on NXT UK. I'll be back here in a little bit to review NXT. Leave your thoughts down in the comment section below. Make sure always to slap a like on my videos. Start with content on my channel. Follow me on Twitter at DemandAerobrine3. That, guys, I will see you all later. So until then, guys, have a great rest of your night, and peace out, everybody.